Chapter 7, Point Blank. You're standing at the bar with your heart in your throat watching as your mom approaches you and Vic. It's time for you to leave, Mr. Flint. Mom, it's not what you think. No. You don't know what you want or what you expect, but it's certainly not Vic glancing at you with a flash of something like guilt in his eyes. Right. Vic holds your gaze a few seconds longer before turning and walking out of the club. Mom, can I please... Your mother holds up a hand, cutting you short. She turns to a small crowd of people gathered at your end of the bar. This seat is taken. They take one look at your mom's face and scatter. Can I get you something, Miss Wolf? A Rob Roy, straight up. The bartender pulls a bottle of whiskey from the top shelf and makes her drink. She doesn't even look at you until she's had her first sip. Now, are you ready to tell me what the hell you think you're doing? Mom, I'm running my club, like you told me to. You put me in charge of this place, so I'm taking charge. That's not what it looked like to me. I have a unique majorial style. Her voice takes on a low, menacing tone that you've only ever heard once before, the day Clyde was gunned down. I knew you weren't ready for this, but your father insisted it was time to give you a chance to prove yourself. I am ready. I swear. Vic and his friends have been coming to this club for years, so I had to... what? Flirt with him. Consort in a highly public place where everyone knows who you are. That's not what happened. I was negotiating a deal, that's all. We don't negotiate with Flints. I know, but... we don't negotiate with Flints. Maybe it's time we started. Don't you ever get tired of always being at war? We aren't the ones who started this fight, never forget that. Never forget him. I didn't. I couldn't. You say that, but I find you in my bar, sitting next to his killer's son. Do you think Vic's forgotten his father's brother who tried to kill you? Do you really think he would stab you in the back the first moment Nadia Flint told him to? He's not. But you don't know what to say, because you aren't sure. You hang your head, stinging under each slash of your mother's tongue. The boy was a worthless killer, and it's obvious to everyone but you. You can't help him. You glance around the bar, people are looking, listening. They know Vic, they know Dylan. What were you thinking? It would be the one thing if you were making progress on the mayor problem. But you're just as stalled there as you are now. But I am making progress. The deputy mayor told me that Mayor Trung's vendetta is a personal one. So we already knew that. No, I mean personal. Like, maybe she has previous dealings with organized crime? That might prove useful. Your mom takes a thoughtful sip of her drink and then levels you with a glare. But do not make me come down here again, or I will be the last face your new friend will ever see. She tosses back the last of her drink and hooks her bag over her shoulder. With one last angry twist of her lips, she storms all out. A few days later, you're on the phone with Faith as you get ready for a second meeting with the deputy mayor. Are you feeling better about it this time around now that you know what to expect? You mean now that I know he's a pompous windbag who thinks he's bulletproof? Have you thought about giving up on this guy? No. I have to do something to prove to my mom that I'm capable. Too bad I only managed to secure a coffee meeting. How am I supposed to change his mind in 30 minutes? Listen, you changed his mind in literally 12 seconds because he thought you were like one of those gun-toting thugs. That depends. Is blackmail out of the question? You want me to blackmail someone to get blackmail material? I need to get leverage on Mayor Trung, not play mind games with her second in command. Why not? I guarantee this guy's got a few skeletons in his closet. Probably weird ones. I'm already on thin ice with the guy. One wrong move could ruin everything. So, if all the usual tricks are out, what can you do? You tap your teeth and go over your options, but Faith suddenly stops you from getting anywhere. No, not there. I told you to put those on the emergency exit. Sorry, Diamond. I wish I could help, but I have to go deal with this inventory thing. Go, I'll catch up with you after the meeting. Good luck. I'm sure you'll knock him dead. Metaphorically speaking, or literally, I don't judge. You hang up and consider yourself in the mirror. Old me didn't get the deputy mayor's attention, but maybe new me will. And new me needs to look the part, paint it black. I dig it. You admire your reflection, smiling at the sharp, intimidating woman that stares back. He won't know what hit him. Half an hour later, you sit in a corner booth of a coffee shop, trying not to glance at your watch too often as you nurse a rapidly cooling latte. And he's late. Perfect. Just as you're wondering whether to cut your losses and leave, the door swings open and a harried young woman breezes through. Coffee? She scoops up a massive espresso and beelines straight for your table. With an exhausted sigh, she plops down across from you. Excuse me, who are you? Hang on. She drains the cup with satisfaction before sitting back. As soon as she registers you, she blinks. Oh wow, they weren't kidding about you, were they? You're scary. Okay. I'm sorry, do I know you? Oh geez, of course not. I'm always forgetting that part. I'm Jasmine. She thrusts her hand out over the top of the table. You hesitantly shake it. I'm Diamond Wolf. I know who you are. I'm pretty sure everyone in New Athens does. I'm an intern for Mayor Trung's office. I run, jump, and fetch, you know, like a dog. An intern. There must be some mistake. No offense, but I'm supposed to be meeting with Deputy Mayor, not an overworked, underpaid lackey? I didn't mean it like that. Don't worry, I get it all the time. I take it this means the Deputy Mayor's not coming. She cringes. Yeah, about that. He was never gonna come. He's standing me up. Yeah, it's a game he likes to play with people he thinks aren't worth his time. He sets up meetings, pretends to buy in on whatever it is you're selling, and then I get the call. She holds up one hand to her ear like a pretend phone and does a decent imitation of the Deputy Mayor's self-important drawl. I just got a very important call, Jazzy. Very important indeed. You'll have to go to the meeting in my place. I hate when he calls me Jazzy. Does he do this to you often? Ugh. Enough to keep me on my toes, that's for sure. Like, I don't already have a million things on my plate. You feel a pang of sympathy for this woman, though you're careful not to let that show on your face. It's no fun being on the lowest rung in the ladder, is it? Oh my god, you have no idea. I had to get back to work this morning at 5 o'clock. 5! That place is so creepy when no one else is there. I'll probably be the last one to leave, too. Not that anyone will notice, or pay me for the overtime. I get nothing but resume creds for this. That should be illegal, and yet it's not. That's what I'm always saying. I'm supposed to be assisting Mayor Trung, but everyone in the office thinks I'm their personal gopher. Drop off this package, Jasmine. Pick up my lunch order, Jasmine. My dog made a mess in the secret filling room, again, Jasmine. What's a girl gotta do to be treated with a little respect, you know? You sit back and let her continue to vent, nodding along at the appropriate spots. You're starting to get a very good idea. An overworked, unassuming intern and the perfect inside man. Jasmine sees and hears things that no one else can. I just have to make her feel heard so I can win her over to my side. Thanks for listening. I know this isn't your problem, but sometimes I think I don't get it out. I just explode. Especially after coming all this way for a bogus meeting. I can't believe they treat you like an errand girl. If you were running that office, I bet you could tell them a thing or two about how to do things more efficiently. Right? Like, if they actually did their work, we wouldn't have to constantly reopen files. Interesting. You signal for the barista to bring another espresso. She slides a steaming cup in front of Jasmine and reaches for it greedily. Oh, nice. I need to cut back on my caffeine, but today is not that day. This one's on me. My family owns this business, so I get a great discount. Oh, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Your whole vibe definitely says I own this place. God, your day job sounds so much cooler than what I do. I thought politics was gonna be more exciting, right? Like, instead of like working for a bunch of whiny, oversized toddlers. Why do you would turn out that way? Yeah, no, I'd like to know why a bunch of politicians are become toddlers myself, but you know. If things are that bad, shouldn't you leave to find something better? Ugh, it's not that easy. I figured you'd understand that being a wolf. You can tell that Jasmine is still on the fence about the prospect of picking you over the mayor's office. Time to break out the big guns. You want another latte? I'm serious. That's how you win this woman over. It would win me over. Take a walk with me. You look like you could use some fresh air. Are you kidding? I'm pretty sure I've forgotten what it smells like. You lead Jasmine around the block to a mostly empty park, safely out of earshot from anyone nearby. I found that working for the family can be tough sometimes, but there are definite upsides. There's money, power, more. We always give our employees a voice. Really, I figured it'd be all strict and military-like. I've got a friend who runs one of our boutiques. She's young, hot. She's on her way up. She still won't stop until she gets exactly what she wants. It's that easy? We reward ambition, loyalty, full stop. Those are the only two things that matter. Sorry again about the whole deputy mayor thing. Don't take it personally. He's an equal opportunity jackass. Are you kidding? This is the best meeting I've had all week. But he isn't even here. Yeah, that doesn't matter. I know, and a good thing too, or you and I would have never met. She flushes with pleasure at your words. I can't tell you how nice it is to be treated like an actual human being for once. Most days I feel like a disposable cog in a machine. You too. I'm sure the Wolf family could find a way to put your talents to good use. With proper compensation, of course. How does $5,000 a month sound? Are you serious? You're offering me a job? Let's call it a partnership. You keep doing what you do, and we keep doing what we do. And if we need a little intel from the inside, I think you'll find that we can be very handy should you ever decide to run for office on your own someday. Hell yeah, let's do this! Thanks, Miss Wolf. When should I expect my first assignment? Well, start with the mayor's task force. Give me anything you can find on her obsession with organized crime. And if anything else sets your spidey senses a tingling, you let me know, okay? Got it, boss. This is gonna be fun. I've never been a spy before. Jesus Christ, and she wants to run for office one day? Oh. Well, I guess in a way she's off to a great start. Being sleazy, slimy, and everything else. There's an extra spring in her step as she leaves. You're heading back towards the coffee shop to get your car when you catch a sight of a tall, dark figure peeking out from around the corner. Hello. You dart forward, rushing around the building before Vic can make his escape. What are you doing here? Wait, don't tell me. You suddenly had a craving for this place's apple pie latte. He scoffs, but you can't help the way his eyes roam over your perfectly fitted suit. I got a craving for a lot of things. I'm a hungry man. A shiver runs down your spine from the growl in his voice, but you try to cover it up. Nice try. Want to tell me what you're really doing here? He tears his gaze from your body to finally meet your eyes. Random happenstance, obviously. Your mom's warning echoes in your mind, but you still see the Vic from 7 years ago, using bravado to cover up how much he wants you. I think you can't get enough of me. You're totally following me, aren't you? Don't flatter yourself. I happen to be in the neighborhood, that's all. Oh, it's okay. You can admit it. You find me irresistible. He tries to walk off before he can ask any more questions, but you step in front of him to block his path. You are going to tell me what you're doing in my territory, or I'm going to make you tell me. And how are you going to do that? You stand eye to eye, too close, the noon heat pouring off of you both. Slowly, deliberately, you reach into your bag. Click. Vic's gun is pressed against your stomach. You can feel your heart flutter, but you keep your face still, determined with a hint of flirtation. Are you just happy to see me? Come on, Vic, shoot me or tell me. These are your options. He adjusts his weight against you, the barrel of his gun digging deeper in your stomach as his lips hover just inches away from yours. But then the gun is gone, hidden away with the same speed he used to draw it. He takes a step back. I have an appointment. How specific? Just so happens that my favorite tattoo artist has a shop around the corner. I was gonna get some fresh ink. I'm pretty sure he's bluffing, and he doesn't expect me to call him on it. This could be fun. Oh, okay. Sure, why not? Literally and figuratively, just had a gun pointed in your side, which literally and figuratively would be like grounds for war and a mob, but you know hell with it, you know? Perfect. I've been looking for a good tattoo artist. This will give me a chance to check out their work. Wait. What? You don't mind if I tag along, do you? Promise to behave. Unless you were just making all this up. He grinds his teeth and forces his shoulders into a casual shrug. Sure, whatever. He stalks off down the sidewalk, and you do your best to suppress a smug grin as you follow. As soon as you step through the door, a heavily tattooed man calls out a cheerful greeting from the bag. Hey, Vic, what's up? I wasn't expecting you today. Yes you were. I'm here for my appointment, remember? The one I made weeks ago. The tattoo artist shoots Vic a strange look, but he rises to his feet and gestures for Vic to come inside. Sorry, must have forgotten. Have a seat. I'll have the equipment ready in a second. The tattoo artist takes one look at you and breaks into a grin. You're hot? Scary. Friend is welcome to join us. You look like you break hearts for a living, hun. You have no idea. As Vic settles into his seat, you hop onto the table next to him. You hold out a hand to a tattoo artist. I'm Diamond, by the way. I'm Vic's girlfriend. Take a good care of my schmoopy pie, won't you? Smoopy pie, huh? Don't ask. Vic levels you with a glare, but you can't help but grin and bat your eyelashes playfully. I'm here for moral support. Vic was feeling a little nervous about coming in today. Nervous? Vic Flint? Vic's the only customer I have who's never so much as flinched. Is that a fact? Yes, and I'm not about to start today, so stop looking so excited. The tattoo artist starts lining up his sterilized equipment. Remind me what you wanted done again, Vic. I forgot. A snake curling around my calf. I want to carry a reminder that danger's never too far. Smart man. You wouldn't want to forget something like that. The artist picks up his machine and it begins to buzz. Vic looks almost as relaxed as he leans back in a seat. I bet working in a tattoo parlor is like working in a hair salon. You must get all the good gossip. Oh yeah, people would tell you anything when they're trying to ignore their pain. It's almost as good as torture. Anything, huh? Within reason, it doesn't hurt that bad. So, you're not gonna share your life story then? That's a shame. That's an easy one. If you want Vic's life story, it's literally written on his skin. You can't help running your gaze over Vic, lingering on the taut lines of his neck and rippling muscles hidden below his tank top. The artist is right. Vic's whole body is a canvas of pictures and symbols. Tell me about the wing tattoos on your shoulders. You have to stop yourself from reaching out and tracing one of the wings that glides down his lean and muscled arms. Phoenixes represent rebirth, right? Rising from the ashes and all that. Yeah, it's about making something good come out of something terrible. You barely hold back a wince at his words. Luckily, the tattoo artist quickly draws his attention. Vic always picks tattoos with a deeper meaning. None of your butterfly tramp stamps for him. Well, except for that one time you almost lost a best. Vic releases an exaggerated groan. Don't remind me. Can you imagine me explaining that tattoo for the rest of my life? Oh, don't worry, I've seen worse. Hell, I've been hired to ink worse. That's what you get for being the best tattoo artist in Athens. Everyone wants a touch of genius. You're just saying that so I don't accidentally give your snake a third eye. You're surprised at how easily Vic banters with the tattoo artist. There's a smile etched across his face in a way you haven't seen since the day on the boardwalk. What's wrong, hotshot? Don't tell me the sight of a little blood makes you queasy. I don't get queasy over anything. If you used to let nostalgia or Vic get the better of you. It's a tattoo, not brain surgery. I think I'll live. Vic laughs and pushes a lock of hair out of his face. As he does, you catch sight of a small bullseye tattoo on the inside of his wrist. What about that one? What's the meaning there? He drops his arm and tries to cover up his tattoo, but it's too late. The artist has already caught sight of it. That one's not my work. I think you got it done before we met, right? It's nothing, just a little stupid sketch. Don't you say you got it for some girl. Vic shoots such a withering look at the artist that he immediately turns up the machine, making conversation impossible until he's done. That should just about do it. What do you think, Vic? Perfect. As usual. I don't know. I think it's missing something. I mean, he's angry. What more could you want? I feel like you should add some text underneath him. So you can always remember our time together. Is that a challenge, huh, Sean? Only if you're too afraid to let me pick what it says. Oh, this should be good. Vic eyes you for a long moment, the heat in his eyes enough to stroke the fire in your belly. Fine, do your worst. It's only my skin we're talking about. I've got a bland. Really? I've got a bland? Or, like, what? What is a bland? Like, hold on, I've got flan. Maybe that could make more sense. But what? I've got a bland life, maybe. I don't know. Hold on. Listen, isn't it like one of the biggest regrets a person could ever get? Is it like a tattoo of a person that, like their name on their body? And they're like, oh yeah, I once loved this chick. Oh, shit. They regret. They're like, oh, now what? Diamond, huh? You heard me. Alright, give the lady what she wants. The tattoo artist chuckles as he gets to work. Vic glances at you a couple times, but doesn't speak up. I had no idea you were such a good sport, Vic. There's a lot you don't know about me. And there's a lot you don't know about her. As the tattoo artist scrapes the needle over his ankle bone, he flinches ever so slightly. Not enough for the artist to notice, but you do. I saw that. So much for never flinching. I had an itch, that's all. I can hold your hand if you need me to. Unless you'd rather kiss it. Or I kiss it and make it better. He swallows hard, looking anywhere but you. As the artist finishes up his work, he covers the tattoo with an antiseptic and a clear bandage. You know the drill by though now. Keep it clean, and keep it covered for a few days. Don't worry, I'll take care of your masterpiece. You're welcome back anytime, appointment or not, that goes for both of you. Thanks, I'll keep that in mind. You and Vic part ways at the door. As he waves to the tattoo artist, you catch another quick glimpse of the bullseye on his wrist. Some girl, huh? Your mind wanders back to the day you met on the boardwalk, to the shooting game you were playing the first time you saw him. That can't be me for me, can it? He starts to move away, and you can't resist the urge to call out one last time. Vic, wait. He stops where he stands, but he doesn't turn around. Even from the distance, you can see how hard he's fighting to hold himself in check. I need to know if what we had was real. Back when we were kids, it meant something, didn't it? You felt it too? His hand clenches in a tight fist at his side. Just when you think he's going to reply, he tilts his head down and walks away. You return home later that evening, eager to tell your parents about the mole you placed inside Mayor Trung's office. Even Mom will be able to find fault with this one. Jasmine is my perfect plant. You put your hand on the door to your dad's office and get ready to push, but then the sound of voices stops you in your tracks. Who cares about the damage? If it works, then there will be no more flints. All we have to do is get the shipment into the docks, without them knowing about it. And then, it's the end of them. For good. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Remember to like, share, and sub. Without further ado, thanks for watching. Very much appreciated. I'm sorry I'm a bit late on this one. If you had watched my short that I made, that was basically an update. You know why. Just a lot's been going on. Plus, it's been the holiday season and all of that hogwash. So, yeah. Let's just put it this way after yesterday. Ran smack dab into the good old wall. Pretty hard, in fact. I went 0 to 60, and then you know, it's kind of like coming out of nowhere, right? Just slams right into the wall. Was pretty tired and whatnot today, but I knew it. I owed it to all of you to catch up on choices, so here I am, working my butt off to try and get them done. So without further ado, thanks for watching, catch y'all later, and what do you think that it meant at the end of the chapter? Most likely it's something in the shipment that they're delivering on the docks that if basically the right people find out about and they catch, for instance Mayor Trung or a cop, that basically they'll all be arrested for. Most likely that's the thing. Or you could think of the Jokers and, you know, if you ever watch that movie and it goes boom, I don't know, we'll see. Bye!